Hello friends. Today we are gonna discuss how you can manage how much time you spend on social media and the 5 things you can do instead. I know that you are going to learn a lot from this video. Before you go on, please do me a favor by hitting the subscribe button. If you eventually like the video, please give me a thumbs up. That would really mean a lot to me. So let's get down to the business of the day. What is social media? Social media is a word used to describe a computer-based technology that makes it easier for people to share information, ideas, and thoughts through online groups and networks. Internet-based social media platforms enable users to quickly share content including films, images, documents, and personal details electronically. Web-based software and applications are used by users to interact with social media on a computer, tablet, or smartphone. As of October 2021, there are over 4.5 billion users on social media. Social media does have a positive aspect, but many criticize it for its drawbacks, comparing excessive use to addiction. Some people believe it causes inattention, stress, and jealousy. Heavy social media use has been linked by the National Center for Biotechnology Information to depression. Social media may also serve as a distribution channel for falsehoods and inaccurate information. Examples of social media include Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, WeChat, TikTok, etc. Social media addiction. Checking and browsing through social media has grown in popularity over the last decade. Despite the fact that the majority of people's use of social media is not harmful, a small minority of users develop an addiction to social networking sites and use them compulsively or excessively. The symptoms of social media addiction include excessive worry about social media, an insatiable want to access or use social media, and spending so much time and energy on social media that it interferes with other crucial aspects of one's life. Similar to other substance use disorders, addictive social media use can cause mood modification, that is, a positive change in emotional states as a result of social media use, salience, that is, a behavioral, cognitive, and emotional preoccupation with social media, tolerance, that is, constant, increasing use of social media, and withdrawal symptoms, that is, unpleasant physical and emotional symptoms when social media use is curtailed or stopped, that is, addicted individuals quickly revert back to their excessive social media usage after an abstinence period. Social networking sites' dopamine-producing social contexts are largely to blame for the phenomenon of social media addiction. To keep users using their products as much as possible, social media companies like Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram alter neuronal circuitry in a similar way to how gambling and recreational drugs do. According to studies, the constant barrage of retweets, likes, and shares from these sites causes the same kind of physiological reaction to occur in the brain's reward center as drugs like cocaine. In fact, social media contact has been likened by neuroscientists to the direct injection of dopamine into the body.
How to reduce the time spent on social media. Think about this. How much time did you spend on social media last week? An hour? 2? 3 or more? Not sure? If you don't know the answer, you're most likely spending more time on it than you should. Number 1. Only check in twice per day. Try it even when you think it could be difficult. Try to limit your daily social media checking to 2 times, preferably in the morning or early afternoon and at night. Don't spend the entire day plugged into your social media accounts. Instead, restrict your check-ins to a certain window of time. I know this can be difficult. You'll have the chance to complete more crucial activities and to dose as a result. Number 2. Give yourself a time limit. Give yourself a time restriction while checking in on your social media networks to take things a step further. It doesn't have to be more than that. It can be somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes per day. You might not think that's enough time, but I assure you that it is. Because we scroll so much on social media, it seems to take forever. Don't worry if you can't finish it in a single day. Setting a time restriction for yourself is one of the best ways to determine whether you're ready to spend less time on social media. Simply keep track of your time, and you'll gradually begin to adjust to the reduced time frame. Number 3. Disable notifications. The purpose of notifications and alerts is to get you to put down what you're doing and pick up your phone. To give your phone a break and offer you control over when you check social media instead of letting your phone decide for you, turn off social media notifications. Additional advice. Disabling text message notifications will make you feel the most liberated you've ever been. Number 4. Change up the location of social media apps on your phone. Without even realizing it, we frequently find ourselves clicking on applications. I'll admit it. Whenever I open my phone to check the weather, send a text, or look at the note, my finger always goes to Instagram first. I occasionally discover that I've been on Instagram for 15 minutes without knowing how I got there. Most of the time, we grab for our phones for other reasons and check social media out of habit or as a thoughtless break, rather than to open social media. Number 5. Take a week-long break from social media. Make a day a week where you don't check your social media. By taking occasional breaks, you may see how easy it is to reduce your intake and use that time for other activities like picking up a new hobby, going outside for some fresh air, or seeing a friend in person. 5 things you should do instead of reaching your smartphone during downtime. Number 1. Relax with friends. I will never again invite anyone over for dinner if they bring their iPhone or other smartphone. In the case of catastrophic news and ominous situations, we do make exceptions. When going shopping or spending time with friends, consider leaving your smartphone at home. Number 2. Pick up a real book or newspaper. Reading something is quite enjoyable. Yes, I am aware that you have a ton of ebooks on your e-reader, but try reconnecting with the joy of flipping a page and experiencing the tactile pleasure of holding a genuine book made of wood rather than tungsten. It is quite healing. Number 3. Go for a walk. Take a walk rather than sitting down and realizing that nothing has changed. Breathe again after getting some fresh air. No, you can complete this task without a smartphone. Number 4. Practice gratuity. Consider 5 individuals or things for whom you are grateful in your life as you sit comfortably. These might be anything from your cat to your ring with a 42-carat diamond. Number 5. Reach out. Why not contact a real person instead of swiping your fingers across a gross screen? Someone you haven't spoken to in a while or who requires a sympathetic ear. You can use your smartphone, but only if you're having a genuine discussion. In conclusion, consider alternative programs or services that might access your Facebook account. After uninstalling FB, I struggled to get into Spotify. Keep your resolve during the first week. The first few days are the hardest, in my opinion, since your brain is trying to figure out what happened to all those dopamine hits. As time passes, it becomes simpler. Consider giving up one at a time. Perhaps Facebook is fine, but you detest the amount of time you waste on Instagram. Try to forgive the worst offender first.
This is all I've got for you today. Please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button below. See you in the next video.